Your Jira backlog has 47 open tickets. It's Monday morning. By Wednesday afternoon, 12 of those tickets are closed, with pull requests, reviewed diffs, and merged code. No developer touched them. That's not a pitch. That's what Optio is designed to do. Optio is an open-source orchestration layer that sits between your project management tool and your code repository. You point it at a Jira board. It reads the tickets. It spins up a dedicated Kubernetes pod for each one, a completely isolated, disposable container, drops an AI coding agent inside, and tells it to go build the thing. When the agent is done, it opens a pull request. Then the pod is destroyed. Clean. Gone. Let's walk through what actually happens. A ticket comes in, add input validation to the user registration endpoint. Optio picks it up. It creates a pod, clones the repository into that pod, fires up the coding agent, think something like SWE agent or a Claude-based tool, and the agent starts reading the codebase, writing tests, implementing the fix. When it's satisfied, it pushes a branch and opens a PR with a description pulled from the original ticket. You get a notification. You review. You merge or you don't. What surprised me about this architecture is the parallelism. Because each agent lives in its own isolated pod, 10 tickets can run simultaneously without agents interfering with each other. There's no shared file system, no conflicting Git states. The Kubernetes orchestration layer handles scheduling, resource limits, and cleanup. That's the part that makes this different from just running a coding agent locally. But here's the thing, and this is where we have to be honest. Optio does not review its own output. The PRs it generates are unvetted. The agent might write code that compiles but fails in production. It might misinterpret a vague ticket description and build entirely the wrong thing. There is no feedback loop built in. The agent doesn't run the test suite against its own changes before pushing, at least not in the current implementation. That matters. It also doesn't handle tickets with heavy context dependencies well. If a ticket says, continue the refactor from last sprint, the agent has no memory of last sprint. It reads the current codebase and the ticket text. That's it. Complex multi-step tasks that require architectural judgment, those will produce weak PRs at best. And right now, the Jira integration is the primary connector. If your team runs on linear, shortcut, or GitHub issues directly, you're doing custom integration work before you even get to the interesting part. So where does this realistically go? The immediate valuable future is triage automation, low complexity, well-specified tickets like dependency bumps, linting fixes, documentation updates, boilerplate endpoint generation. These are tickets that developers technically have to do but that nobody wants to do. If Optio can handle 30% of a backlog autonomously, that's real leverage. That's senior developer time redirected toward architecture instead of plumbing. The more ambitious path is adding a validation step before the PR opens run unit tests inside the pod, only push if green. That one addition would dramatically increase the trust floor for this tool. Some teams might even set up auto-merge rules for specific ticket labels if the test suite passes. That's fully autonomous software delivery for a defined class of work. Deploying something like this reliably requires solid cloud infrastructure. If you're experimenting with Optio and you need a Kubernetes cluster without the complexity of AWS, DigitalOcean's managed Kubernetes offering gets you running in under an hour. Link in the description. So why does Optio exist? Because the bottleneck in most engineering teams isn't talent, it's throughput. Developers are expensive, their attention is finite, and a huge percentage of engineering time goes to work that is technically necessary but cognitively routine. The people who built Optio are betting that AI agents are now capable enough to own a class of tickets end to end. Not all tickets. A class of tickets. That bet might be right. The architecture here, isolated pods, parallel execution, clean Git integration, is genuinely well designed for the problem. The missing pieces are validation and smarter ticket parsing. Those are solvable. Does Optio win, lose, or land in a niche? Right now it lands firmly in a niche, teams with a high volume of small, well-specified tickets, the Kubernetes infrastructure already in place, and developers willing to review AI-generated PRs before merging. That niche is real. It's probably larger than you think. Next episode, we're looking at a tool that does the opposite. Instead of automating code creation, it automatically detects when AI-generated code has been silently introduced into a codebase. If you're a tech lead, you'll want to see that one. Subscribe so you don't miss it.